What's up, everybody? I'm back, and in this video I'm going to do like a quick walkthrough of the Dagger Kayaks Phantom. I've had this boat for a while, and I've been paddling the Phantom for maybe 4 to 5 years off and on, so I definitely have some experience in it. I just never did like a review on one, so today I wanted to go ahead and do like a quick little walkthrough. I did do an on-water review if you guys want to go check that out. This little walkthrough video won't be long. This is just so you get to see the overall shape of the boat, and I will compare it to boats like the Scorch, so that way you can take a look at that too. But yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll start the walkthrough. I'll start back here in the back. This one is a very used boat, so it does have a little bit of cosmetic damage from some interesting lines at times, so you can see like a little dent there. And if you'll see I did a video on kind of restoring the boat, and then I took another little dent out right there. So yeah, I'll go ahead and start in the back and work my way up. You can see Dagger has a good drain plug. They have a good rubberized drain plug that locks down in there really good. I've always liked Dagger's drain plug. It's a molded in, which is always amazing. I'm a big fan of molded in drain plugs, and it's recessed. I've never seen problems out of the Dagger drain plugs. You guys leave in the comments if you've ever had problems out of Dagger drain plugs. I keep a spare one on me, so if you ever see me out on the river and you need one, let me know. I can usually give you one. I've got several here and there. Nice metal grab handles. I'm a big fan, as you guys know, of metal grab handles. These are the aluminum grab handles into molded in brass inserts. So these are security screws that go right into inserts. That's a button that holds the stern wall on. Cool graphic, you know. I always thought it looked like a pair of sunglasses, but you know, I get it. And the name Phantom come from when we were prototyping this boat. It was kind of like a secret boat in the background that the team wanted, that really the Nomads were being produced. So that's why it kind of came up as a Phantom project. So that's where the name Phantom comes up from, if you guys really want to know that. Nice big open handle here. Good swim to if swimmers come up here. This is a great boat for safety boating, video boaters. This is a really good design for that. It's got handles here if swimmers need to come up here, big handles, and you can grab it with 2 hands up here. Moving on, looking at the stern, if you look at the stern, it has a rounded back stern on it. It's not flat back here like the more modern boats. This one's like rounded off, so it's more like it sheds water a little better. So you can see that rounded off stern right there and that quick drop, a lot of volume. Cockpit, I'm not gonna go over with, you know, Dagger's cockpit 3419, that's always been the standard for Dagger's cockpit. Thigh braces, contour ergo outfitting, nice roto-molded seat that is adjustable. You can see where I run my seat. I run my seat almost all the way back. I love this boat, being able to utilize that tail, move it around. Leg lifter, ratcheted back bands, padded out there. Step out pillar, always nice. Dagger step out pillar. I'm not gonna go over it too much. Bulkhead, adjustable toe cups on the bulkhead for safety. Nice area here for a throw rope. I love carrying my throw rope in front of me. I'm not a fan of carrying my throw rope in the back here. I like being able to grab it real quick. Nice, instead of bungee, these are clips, so those clips are nice. Adjustable thigh braces, not the easiest thing to adjust, but you can adjust them. Moving on, you know, you got another handle here for like grabbing, for pulling, for latching down. Mostly the best thing that I use this for is running it on my car and running it through a strap through it. And if you guys notice, it has a peak type deck. This is peaked more like the Nomads were. The Nomads had that peak deck, which is really good for resurfacing. Not a crazy amount of rocker. It's funny, when I first paddled this boat, I thought it had a lot of rocker, and now by today's standards, it's not got a lot of rocker. Looking at it now, it's not the most rockered boat out there. No drain ports. Got rid of those drain ports. Found out those were a hinge point. This was one of the first boats to get rid of those drain ports. No, I think the Nomads were. Take that back. The Nomads and Green Boat. The Green Boat had a pass-through hole, but the Nomads don't have a drain port either. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I got on the deck there. I'm gonna go ahead. Hip pads, these are definitely the best hip pads in the industry. I don't care. I'll argue that till you're blue in the face. But they're definitely the best hip pads. Very adjustable. 2 latches there, come off, super strong. They stay in place. Other hip pads move up and down. It annoys the shit out of me, but I get it. We'll go ahead and flip it over here. Sidewall, you can see that it comes out. You can see how it comes out right here. Tapers off very aggressively. It's got a very aggressive taper right here to it. Not much of a rail. There is a rail that runs. The rail starts about right here. It's a little flattened out right there, but this boat is rounded right here. It's more what you would consider a soft planing hull. I wouldn't consider it a displacement hull. I wouldn't consider it a full planing. It's like planing and then it drops off. It's got a edge that drops off here and a small chine that runs right there. And it runs the entire length of the boat and gets a little more aggressive. See how it fades out there? And then a new one starts here and gets a little more aggressive down right there towards the end. And it does have that little upward taper right there on the back. How that back deck, which does, if you watch my on-water review, that's what causes it, because it's slightly rounded here, it does have a tendency to have a mind of its own. You know, it is the Phantom. It's a Phantom what direction it's gonna go in out of some drops at times. But that rail, once you learn how to utilize this rail back here, you'll like this boat a lot. Very soft. You notice these edges are very soft. It's not got an aggressive boat. This boat was not designed to be an aggressive type boat. It's a good hybrid between like planing and displacement. Very well designed. I really like this boat. I've always liked the Phantom. Very predictable. If I could, I'd own 2 or 3 of them just to have them, because this is one of these boats where you could paddle it forever and never get tired of it. But you guys can see it's more like a progressive rocker, more like here, not so much. It's like slightly starts rocker in here and then goes back and then starts rocker in here. That's all I got on the hull. You can kind of see there's those rails again. And this color's called the 30th anniversary edition. It's that 30th anniversary edition. Not the biggest fan of it, but it's okay. The specs on this thing, I think it comes in around about 8'11", 89 gallons of volume on it. Width, I'm not really sure about. I'll throw the specs up on the screen now so you can kind of see what the specs are, because I do forget specs. I think it's 140 to 260. There's a wide weight range on this boat because of the design of it. It's not a very big cockpit for you guys. I do run a seat pad in here, just so you know. I run a seat pad, but you can go lower in it. Let me grab a modern boat like the Scorch and let you guys look at that compared to the Phantom. So I'll be right back. All right, look at this, guys. Look at this. I'm comparing it to the Scorch here. This is the Scorch medium, which I'm not totally sure on the specs on this, but look at the different design philosophies of these two boats. These paddle drastically different, by the way, drastically different. This is a very aggressive, like downriver flowy boat. This is a very soft, kind of like very predictable. Nothing crazy is going to happen to you. You have to be on this boat. But look at the difference in the width here, how that's very flat. The approach that Piranha had with the Scorch is drastically different, very low here. And you can see it's a little less rocker in this tail. It is a shorter boat, by the way. So this is more like the Phantom's more like I'd consider it like a big medium, not really a small boat, not really a big boat. It's on the higher side of the medium scale. Yeah, you look at that rocker in the bow. The rocker is kind of the same, but the philosophy is to go really wide and flat up here and to get out of drops super fast. This thing does not sub ever. The Phantom has a tendency to sub out with you. It will sub through drops, and obviously boats like the Code fix that. I can't wait to do a review on the Code. I did do some of the prototyping on the Code. I think you guys will really like my review on the Code. The Code fixed the problem of that diving bow that this is, and this boat is fast. The Phantom is a fast boat. It was meant for downriver racing. It is a fast style boat. Cockpits are about the same. I'm not going to compare it too much to this because this is a walkthrough for the Phantom, not really a comparison video. I just want to kind of show you guys the evolution of boat design on how like the boats have changed over the years. You got to think the Phantom, I think, is 4 years old now. Look at that rail. This is what I'm talking about. See that rail? Look at those edges, the drastically different in the edges on these two boats, and the way the tail is now. This is flat and that's kind of rounded off, and you see down here the width here, and it's not as flat. It's kind of like a semi-planing, like a soft planing top surface, and that's almost straight across flat planing. So drastically different design on that. Weight on this boat, I think, is around about 50 pounds. Yeah, it's not the most like lightest boat to carry, but it's not bad. I love this boat for creeking, for big water. It's definitely better for kind of big water creeking more than it is big, massive water. I had it out west on like the Payette. It got pushed around a little bit, guys. I got to admit, I was not the biggest fan of the Phantom on like the North Fork and the Salmon River. You know, it got pushed around in the bigger flows out there. I would have liked to had something like the Scorch with more edges on it. Yeah, but it did fine. You know, you can make it work because it is more like a soft planing top. But yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks a lot, y'all. Go ahead and check out my on-water video. I want and where I went down the West Fork of the Tuck, and I can kind of like demonstrate more about the performance of this boat. But yeah, thanks a lot, y'all. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Yep. Feel that plastic. Plastic is bomber on Dagger. Dagger plastic is really good. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking, just like a Timex, huh?